What? Day 12. Not quite halfway, but consistent progress and dedication to the practice, which is really kind of the point, right? So, what do we have today? Well, today we're still experiencing the 57th hexagram, which is the shadow of unease and the gift of intuition, which works beautifully into what we're practicing here. We are asking, right, where are we leaking energy? It's kind of a powerful question that you'll have to ask and kind of dive into on your own, but I do have some guidance here to kind of help navigate that deep question. We have the Empress that has popped into our exploration today, and the Empress represents love and nurture. Are you leaking energy because you aren't nurturing yourself adequately? Are you setting boundaries for yourself? This is a pretty hot topic for a lot of people who either think they set great boundaries or people who don't think boundaries are necessary, people who are extreme on either end of this. But boundaries are essential. You have to uncover what those mean for you. Are you making time for conscious self-work? Like today, this challenge is us making time. Maybe you haven't really made a whole lot of time for it. Maybe you haven't even made time to tune in daily, and there's absolutely no judgment on that. But setting yourself time, 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes every few hours, to just be conscious and checking in with yourself. Are you too possessive and controlling in any area of life, right? Maybe not in general. Maybe there's a particular place. Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's at home. Maybe it's in a friendship or a familial relationship. But tap into that. Start exploring your inner work, right? Your inner workings, and take action through creativity. Taking that action, being creative with it, is really going to help you manifest your ideas and your aspirations. Exchanging gifts. This has come up already. It's back. And it's really referencing the law of giving and receiving. Your ability to recognize that you have everything you need to seize the opportunities that are being offered to you. Okay, make sure you're watching for those. Make sure you're paying attention to those. Exchange your skills, and make sure you're willing to put in the time and commitment into what you're wanting to accomplish, because you have everything that it takes to be successful, especially when you are tapping into the law of giving and receiving. When it comes to relationships, love keeps coming up, right? It came up with the Empress. It's going to come up again and again. But just remember that love is an exchange, right? You have to give and receive in order for it to flourish and become abundant. So if there's some things going on in any type of relationship, then maybe tap into that and see where you may be giving too much or too little, and allow your heart to flow openly with giving and receiving. And be mindful, right, of what you're praying for, so to speak, because sometimes we just manifest the things that we think we want, and then we get it and we're like, oh man, maybe that's not quite what I thought I wanted. So just be mindful of it, right? That all comes with a conscious work. Tap into it. What are you working towards? Is it still in alignment with yourself? How much time are you putting towards your ideas and your intentions? Because it will be reciprocated by the universe. I was telling somebody the other day, I've been looking for a new job, and it's been an interesting experience. but I keep hearing I've got to put in the work, right? So that the universe knows how serious I am about taking on something new. And there's a lot deeper things that are going on and into that mindset. So I'm starting to be more mindful in the actions I'm taking, being more present, and ensuring that the actions I'm taking make sense for what I'm working towards. So it's just something to maybe consider depending on where you're at. And then we have temperance. And temperance is about adaptation, it's about balance, it's about self-control, okay? So self-improvement is critical here, and there's a balance. I'm all about hiring coaches. I am a coach. I'm all about pulling in resources in our support system, but it can't be the default. You have to put the work into it first. You have to be able to go in and tap in and do some self-exploration here. So you need to work on your self-improvement without involving others immediately, right? Tune into yourself. Take a time out before making any decisions. Avoid extreme actions. And with temperance comes the reminder to remain calm through conflicts. It's critical. People are always observing. You're leading by example, whether you realize it or not. People are watching. They are seeing how you're handling situations. And it's either going to help them change to do it in a better way on their own end, or perhaps think that, being impulsive and not responding with kindness or, a pause first is the way to go. And usually things don't go out well when we just act impulsively and go into conflicts on fire. So yeah, right? Leaking energy was the topic, and there's definitely a few things here to take into consideration as we begin to consciously navigate where we might be leaking energy and how we can get that under control. Have an awesome day. As always, let me know what comes up for you, how this relates, and we will talk again soon.